the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snubbed Up 7. I am also your soul brother number 1. It brings me no joy to present a commentary like this. There is nothing joyful when you have oppressed people. You have victims of a tragedy going on 500 years. When the victims, instead of using their energy and their resources against that which oppressed them, when they begin to implode and turn on themselves. So their enemy looks at these fools and they say, well, we got another 6 months. We got another year. These idiots are fighting amongst themselves. They stupid. Our world remains safe. There is no threat. And you behave like this, and you have folks talking about agents and spies and COINTELPRO and the CIA, FBI. When an oppressed people behave the way we behave, you offer no threat to the oppressor. So why would they be concerned? And why should there be a need for agents and spies and whatever? You're not a threat in no kind of way. You can't even get yourself off the ground. I don't know about agents and spies, and I don't go around calling people agents and spies, because I understand that people can just be pure ignorant. Being ignorant, being foolish, being silly, being immature don't make you an agent or a spy. Agents and spies are not in the open. Agents and spies work behind the scenes. They are in your organizations. Agents and spies try to be who you are. They're not trying to be different. When there were agents and spies among the Garveyites, among the Black Panthers, among the SCLC, they were trying to be a Muslim in the Nation of Islam. They were trying to be, I have a dream kind of fella when they was among Dr. King. Agents and spies try to be like those of whom they are trying to destroy. Let me say that again, because clearly we don't know what an agent or spy is. Just recently, a few years ago, the United States kicked out a group of Russians They had been here in this country for 10 years. They were not Russians. They were in the United States spying, trying to get whatever information, pretending to be Americans. You don't know what a spy does. You don't know what agents do. These are words that you just use and you don't know their proper meaning, their proper description. You just throwing stuff around. Agents and spies try to be like those they are trying to destroy. So I'm a Russian in America. I'm trying to be an American so I can get close to you. If I'm an agent or a spy and you see I'm different, you're not going to want to get next to me. But if I try to be like you, like the police officer that was close to Malcolm X, he pretend he really loved Malcolm. He pretend he was all down for the cause. He was all out trying to prove, man, I love this. I want to be part of this. It's difficult. It's not an easy thing to try to catch a spy or an agent because they're trying to be like you damn fool. So I listen to some of these idiots always calling somebody COINTELPRO, agents. No, the one that's an agent and a spy, if they exist, but you're so pathetic and pitiful, I really doubt if the FBI, CIA, interested in none of you because you're too damn silly, you're too damn immature and incompetent for them to have any real interest in anything. When you have somebody always calling people agents and spies, when you have people always calling somebody homosexual, I heard that those who try to vilify gays and lesbians, every other word come out their mouth, oh, the homosexuals, the transgenders, the intersex, or whatever it is. People like that, deep down inside, that is what they are. Now, I told you my position on homosexual behavior. I simply said that it's unnatural. And I go on about my business. You do not hear me talk about gays and lesbians and transgenders and all this stuff every day. I don't make videos about it every day. I made my point. I talk about it now and then. I really don't care. That's a personal issue. Has nothing to do with me. I go on about my business. But you have people, that's what they do. They blame everything on, hey, what's up there, twin? They blame everything on the homosexual agenda, whatever the hell that is. They blame everything on women. They blame everything on agents and spies. So I am told, people who vilify, people who bring these things that they try to make a sin out of, deep down inside, that's what they are. These fellas that was on my platform a year or so ago cannot keep homosexuals out of their vocabulary. They got to talk about what the hell homosexual is going to do, the gays and interracial relationships. And you know, I noticed about these men also. Especially when it comes about the interracial thing. I noticed in that conversation, if it came down to it, they would have no problem messing with a Caucasian woman. But yet and still they talk about interracial relations. One of the brothers was talking about, oh, you a man. You mean to tell me if Kim Kardashian, if she was butt naked in your bed, you wouldn't try to knock that off? I immediately said no. I'm not interested in Caucasian women. I don't roll like that. I will treat you like a woman. I will open a car door for you. I will do nice things for you as a woman. But I have no interest in you because, number one, you are the daughter of my oppressor, those who did evil and wicked things and continue to do evil and wicked things to my ancestors and to the group or the people that I come from. I have no interest. Just like a German woman in today's society might treat a Jewish woman, even in modern times, she might be friends, well, might not even be friends, but she would treat a German man pretty decent, but have nothing to do with him like that. So, but if you heard her always talk about German men, it's a great probability that's what she wants. Why are you so obsessed with homosexuals, gays, lesbians, intersex or whatever, transgenders? Why are you always talking about spies and coons and Uncle Toms? It is because that is what pro-blackness really is. Deep down inside, pro-blackness is gay. That's why these men are so weak. That's why they can't get nothing together. They're not as brave as you think. That's why they gotta scream. That's why they gotta shout. That's why they gotta put on this front. Because that's not what they are. They gotta put on this costume to make you think what they are not. They talk about homosexuals and gays because that's really what they are. And you do and you have heard of down low brothers. On my platform, you hear me many times. I don't like to do a whole lot of hanging out with men. That's just not me. I don't do that. But if you look at these guys, they love and don't mind hanging around with the brothers. How you gonna call me a homosexual? I hang out with the sisters, and you wanna follow men. Everything about you is about men. That sounds damn gay to me. You put men on your wall. Oh, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan, Marcus Garvey. Praising men, follow men, all about men. That sounds gay to me. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, it sounds gay to me. Where the woman at? You keep talking about you're not gay. Well, what do women do? Where the woman at? It's always about Moses and Jacob and Jesus and all this penis that you got flying around in your house, in your mind. Everything about you is about a man But you want to call somebody gay, but everything about you is about a man. And you say that the woman is second. You say that it's God, then a man is next to God, and then a woman. Your God is gay too. Your gay want man next to him, and he's supposed to be a man. Everything about y'all ass is gay. That's why you really upset. Because subconsciously, y'all happy ass is gay, and the reason why you don't like gays and lesbians all like that, because they make a physical appearance of what you really are. That's why you all upset. Don't bother me none. Pro-blackness. If it was not for YouTube, going all the way back to 2010 maybe, because in 2009, I made an effort to call and to visit these supposed to be pro-black men to try to unify us to get something done back in 2009. Only one brother was willing to compromise his position in order to do something what's in the best interest of the whole. And that was my brother, Tariq Grayson, who is running for the United States Senate in Georgia right now, a Christian brother. He's not pro-black. Not only that, he also donated to me gas money or whatever to help me to go do these visits. But he's not pro-black. What do pro-black people do? They are the opposite. They create division. They are hateful people. Nasty, vulgar, wicked demons. I began to see that way back in 2010. Because by 2010, after visiting these pieces of trash, I began to realize this pro-black stuff is my enemy. These pro-blacks are the enemy of the black community. You might be able to find it on YouTube somewhere, or Vimeo, or Daily Motion. I raised the question back in 2010. Are pro-blacks the enemy? But you continue to give people what they call the benefit of the doubt, and you keep. But now I know for a fact, these pro-blacks, black conscience, all this blackity black stuff is your enemy. Descendant of slave born in America. They are your enemy. They are our enemies. They are the spies. That's why they talk about it. They are the coons. They are the sellouts. They are the Sambos. They are nothing but the chocolate-covered version of a damn white supremacist. When you listen to them, they sound just like, hey, what's up there? I got your back. They are exactly the same as David Duke or anybody like that, except they have dark skin. They take your money, they take your time, and do nothing. They never do nothing. They can't accomplish a damn thing, because that's not what their mission is. Their mission is not to get you free. Their mission is to cause you to go on another plantation. That's right, Miss Fox. This pro-blackness filled with nothing but scam artists, sellers of false hopes and dreams, a bunch of liars. They incompetent, They woman haters. They do not like women. Do you see them putting women on a pedestal? They do not, because women not that smart. You're not that intelligent. Get the hell out the way. This man got to lead. And so you let your man lead. So where has he led you to? That's the question. Nowhere. A lot of these pro-black folks got EBT cards. They on Section 8. They getting all this government welfare, but they have all this intelligence, all this supreme wisdom, the knowledge, the information, the knowledge, the understanding. Don't have a pot to piss in. Beautiful talk, pretty speeches, DVDs, conferences, and lectures. And you still in the same condition. These idiots cannot even replicate what Marcus Garvey did back in 1930. That shows you how weak they are. Minister Louis Farrakhan has more resources, more help, more everything than Elijah Muhammad, and don't even come close to what the Nation of Islam did when Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad was here. Can't even come close. Pro-blackness is your enemy. And so now, I want to talk about this because the same thing happened to me. You have this feud, this going back and forth with hashtag ADOS and hashtag FBA, led by this clown, Tariq Nasheed. I'm calling him a clown because he attacked this ministry. I had respect for this bum. I had respect for his documentary. I promote his crap. And then for some reason, he want to turn around and try to make mockery of me. You don't know nothing about me. But that's what pro-black folks do. They cause division and hatred. They hate our homosexual brothers and sisters, our gays and lesbians. Our people married to white women and white men, whatever. That's none of your damn business. So what? Our people who are also in the struggle from the islands, even some of them from Africa, it don't make no difference with these pro-blacks. That's their mission, to cause confusion and hatred. So here we are, because the same thing happened to me. I'm gonna ask you a question. When do you think about Mississippi? When did anybody of these people bring up the state of Mississippi? They never did. Nobody. I was on the telephone speaking with Taalik one evening, and we were just talking. And I said to Taalik, you know, if we had good leadership, we could take over a state. And as the conversation continued, we said, yeah, you know, what about Mississippi? And that's when the idea of the Mississippi campaign came into being. And then I made a video reaching out to Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. was the beginning when folks began to talk about the state of Mississippi. Prior to that, nobody said a damn thing about Mississippi. Then a person on my platform, Maurice Muhammad, I didn't do nothing to him. He was on a channel that was doing nothing. His channel been around since 2013. He was doing absolutely nothing. He came on my platform and everything was going fine until he decided to steal the idea of the Mississippi campaign and change it. Like what Tariq Nasheed is doing to ADOS. Yvette and their brother Tone didn't do nothing to Tariq Nasheed. Nothing. They allowed him to be on the sideline and speak about ADOS. Then just like Maurice Muhammad done to me, Tariq Nasheed want to change. See, look, there is something called intellectual property. There is something called intellectual property. Write a book, do a TV show, anything that you do creatively with your mind, it's called intellectual property. Property! That means it belongs to somebody. The Mississippi is our property. And you have people who don't understand what actually intellectual property is, but you do understand what a carjacking is. When somebody put a gun on you and tell you to get out your car and they steal your car. It's the same thing. You have a person that want to hijack what you created, hijack your property. And then, hey, what's up there, Scott? See, the sickening thing, look, is that Maurice Muhammad, just like Tariq Nasheed, got us fighting over our own property. Maurice Muhammad got me fighting myself because he don't have no damn Mississippi campaign. That's me. The only thing he did was, well, we're not gonna try to take over a state. We're gonna try to take over a town, and we don't want no homosexuals, and we don't want no interracial couples. And he add his pro-black bull crap to the mix. Just like Tariq Nasheed. He's gonna take ADOS and add his black garbage to ADOS. And he wanna run it. Just like Maurice Muhammad. I run Mississippi campaign now. I'm the leader of the Mississippi campaign. Maurice Muhammad say, I was born to do this. God backed me up. Well, why didn't God give you your own damn idea? Why you gotta steal the idea from somebody that's not pro-black? Maurice Muhammad claims to be black first, pro-black. The same thing with pro-black. Now you see what they done. They create confusion and hatred and division. That's what pro-black means. That's what it is. It's an enemy to us. And if you notice, I refer as soul brothers and sisters, the descendants of slaves, born in America, having dark skin, having African or Aboriginal ancestry or other. Then you have hashtag ADOS. They are American descendants of slaves. They don't claim that black garbage. But here come the pro-black son of a woo to come steal and cause division and hatred among the people. Because that's what, they are the real agents. Now what do myself and ADOS have in common? We have in common that we're not pro-black. ADOS actually is trying to do for all the people. They're not talking about if you're not this, if you're not that. Same thing like I am. I'm not concerned with that. They are looking out for what is in the best interest of the people. They're not looking to change, to convert you to no religion or no kind of ideology or bring you to some kind of God. These are the agents because they want to guide you to some type of silly ideology, some type of belief system. And what is so silly about Tariq Nasheed is that he talked all that racism, white supremacy, fight the racist crap. Now he cloaks himself in the American flag. Hey, what's up there, Zia? Now he cloaks himself in the American flag. Tariq Nasheed is filled with contradictions. And he does not have an argument for ADOS, except he's a thief. So since he don't really have an argument for ADOS, the only thing he does is come on his live and call people Bert and Ernie and make silly jokes. Tariq Nasheed is not in a position to make silly jokes. First of all, Tariq Nasheed is not your real name. What is your real name, sir? Could your real name be Marcus Sanders? Could your real name be Marcus Sanders, who is a murderer? Just Google Tariq Nasheed, Marcus Sanders, Sonny Gibson, and that case will pop up. Show us that you're not Marcus Sanders, Tariq. Let's laugh about that. Let's laugh about that, Tariq. I don't cross the line about people's family. But he got a wife named Peanut. And I saw Peanut. You're supposed to be a player and a pimp, and that's the best you can get. A peanut. That's all you can get. So I guess her daddy named Walnut. And you got a daughter named Butter Pecan. Mr. Laugh, Jokes, everything is funny. Right? And your lips always glossy. Is that because you've been licking the peanut oil? Mr. Tariq, Mr. Funny Guy, everything is funny, everything is jokes. In your dirty ass mansion that you live in, Peanut don't clean the damn house. You show on your own live stream how raggedy and nasty your house is. And you got jokes. Then you got a son named Aaron. You got a son named Aaron, right, Mr. Tariq?
Speed limit reduced to half.
So his name is Nasheed, right, sir? Is that the name of your new shoe line like Air Jordan, Air Nasheed? You are in no position to try to make mockery and jokes of nobody. Pro-blacks, and I want to make a disclaimer. Everybody that's pro-black is not like this. But I would say the vast majority is like this. They are some vulgar, nasty, selfish, arrogant, bunch of know-it-alls. That's the type of people that we're dealing with. They are your enemy.
Crossing border, entering Indiana.
They are not your friend.
Warning.
I call them sewer rats and parasites. That's what they are. So now, you got Yvette Carnell, and you got Tone Talks. They are off their game.
Speed warning.
Like what Maurice Muhammad done to me. I'm all out of my character, messing with this fool. And Yvette and Tone going all out of their character, not staying on point where they supposed to be at, because they got this damn idiot messing with them.
Warning.
Same thing happened to me. 2 examples to show you without a shadow of a doubt, this pro-blackness is your enemy. They have all this supreme wisdom, all this knowledge. All they do is steal and plagiarize.
Speed warning.
Louis Farrakhan would be considered pro-black. And I was listening to some people talking about the Million Man March. Now, if you listen to Minister Farrakhan, sometimes he will give credit to a whole lot of people for the Million Man March. Then sometimes it's all about him. I'm the Million Man March. Look what I did. I called 1 million, 2 million people. I'm divine. You know, bragging. Which one is it, sir? Did you create the Million Man March idea? Or did other people? Or was it a group effort? I heard that it was a group effort. Matter of fact, it was a Christian preacher that really came up with the idea. But Minister Farrakhan, just like Tariq Nasheed got a big platform on social media. So when he started talking about ADOS, then of course,
speed warning.
It began to increase. Everybody began to know what ADOS was about. And so Farrakhan got a bigger platform than this Christian preacher, and he took the idea, and now it's about Farrakhan. That's all they do. And if you notice, Farrakhan ain't did a damn thing since. Since he's so creative, and God backed him up, what has Minister Farrakhan done since the Million Man March? I guess because he hasn't been able to steal nobody else's ideas. You got Maurice Muhammad. That's right, Laurel. You got Maurice Muhammad. Went through all that drama.
Speed warning.
Don't even talk about the Mississippi campaign no more. He went to Mississippi, went to visit a town twice, and he don't even talk about it no more. After a while, Tariq Nasheed is not going to talk about Foundation of Black Americans or ADOS, just like Maurice Muhammad is not talking about Mississippi campaign, because they saw something good that they liked. But see, it's like baking a cake. You might like the eggs, you might like the flour. See, ADOS is a cake. The Mississippi campaign is a cake. And you might like the eggs, you might like the flour, You might like the oil, but that's just part of the cake. What makes ADOS gonna work, what's gonna make the Mississippi campaign work, is the fact that it's a cake. All these elements came together to form this cake. Maurice Muhammad is not gonna go nowhere with his Mississippi anything, because that's just part, he just stole part of the ingredient. That's all he done. So now what do I do? Now what do you do, Maurice? What do you do? Grasp for straws. Don't know what to do. After a while, the same thing is going to happen to Tariq Nasheed. He got a part of the element of the ADOS. Now what do you do? So next year, in 2020, Tariq is supposed to go to Atlanta, Georgia, wasting money, to have a conference to talk about FBA, because FBA really don't exist. It don't represent nothing. It don't represent nothing at all. There is no FBA. There is no movement called FBA. Because FBA came from out of ADOS. And Tariq Nasheed is not intelligent. Tariq Nasheed does not have the mindset to give the foundational Black Americans any kind of structure. Because it came from out of ADOS, it is ADOS. If you look at Maurice Muhammad, if you take all that pro-Black garbage out of his language, it's me. Everything he says is what I say verbatim, because that's what it is. He don't have nowhere else to go. They have nowhere else to go. But that is what Black conscience does. That is what all this pro-Black, blackity-black does. They have no creativity.
Speed warning.
They are not competent. They don't know what the hell they doing. The only thing they know how to do is make you laugh like Tariq Nasheed do. Try to be a comedian. And he failed as a comedian. He failed as a rapper. He failed as a singer. Tariq Nasheed. The only thing he know how to do is con people out of their money. Pretend to be some type of Black revolutionary, while he got a biracial wife and children in his house, and his Caucasian mother-in-law.
Speed warning.
They let that slide. All these pro-Blacks, they keep their damn mouth shut about their leadership. And their leadership is living a life contrary to the crap they talking about. You got Minister Farrakhan.
Speed warning.
In public. This is how bold he is. Kissing a white dude in the mouth. And they let that slide. They don't say nothing. He has biracial grandchildren in his house. His Caucasian in-laws in his house.
Speed warning.
He has a relationship with Scientology, and they let all that slide. They let all that slide. That pro-Black mindset make you an idiot. These people, these pro-Black folks are so damn stupid because they hate Oprah Winfrey so much. They would rather support rapists and pedophiles. That's how stupid these idiots are. I'm not supporting rapists and pedophiles. If you are supporting people like Russell Simmons and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and people like that, you are supporting rapists and pedophiles. They are suspect. Michael Jackson was not convicted of a crime, but out of his own mouth, He says, all right for a 40-year-old man to sleep with young boys, not boys and girls, young boys. That's suspect. I don't want to be associated with it, but pro-blacks don't mind. That's because some of them probably just doing the same damn thing. Messing with young children. And you had people like, what's his name? Malachi York, that was doing it. Elijah Muhammad was messing with young women. He was old enough to be their great-grandfather. See, these pro-blacks, they engage in stuff like that. I wonder. And they don't give a damn about the sisters. You're nothing but a breeding machine. That's all you are to them. And most of these sisters that's involved in all this pro-black garbage, most of them have 3 or more children, because that's all they are. We building a nation. Where your nation at? You got all these babies. I'm building a nation. Well, where the nation you gonna put these babies in? They don't have a pot to piss in. And this pro-black sister, she getting welfare, public assistance, Section 8.
Speed warning.
So this is what you get out of pro-blackness. I tell people, this is going on 2020. So in a few hours, we will be at 2020. From 2010 to 2020 is 10 years.
Speed warning.
You got Umar Johnson, you got Sarnetta TV, you got all these pro-blacks, you got the Advice Show, Brother Polite. Hey, Brother Micah. What have they done in 10 years? Like Eric Muhammad said, talk black to me. Talk black to me. You got Minister Farrakhan, put him in there too. All this pro-blackness. 10 years of pro-blackness. What has it done for you? From 2010 to 2020, what has pro-blackness done for you lately? Except make you feel good.
Speed warning.
Ms. Fox says we have to stay woke regardless of pro-blackness. What is being woke? What is being woke?
Speed warning.
You have to be more than woke or conscious. Being woke or conscious, if you are in a fire, but you don't make no attempt to get out of that fire, it don't mean anything.
Speed warning.
You woke, and being woke or conscious don't mean you are fully awakened. Are you fully awakened? Because there's different degrees of being awakened. Like when the sun is coming up.
Speed warning.
Just because you're awake don't mean that you can see clearly now. And I agree with Cynthia G. There's a lot of things, but I do agree with Sister Cynthia G. to keep her foot on these Negroes' neck, because they're not producing nothing. Black conscience has not done nothing for us. Yes, Miss Fox. Miss Fox says being woke is an understanding we are under the system of white supremacy. So if you understand that, then that means you also know that you don't have time to be all divided up and doing the kind of stuff that these pro-black folks do. If Tariq Nasheed do not want to be ADOS, leave them damn people alone. If Maurice Muhammad don't want to beat Mississippi campaign, then leave it alone. But no,
Speed warning.
they're gonna try to steal and try to make it into something that is not. How would you like somebody to take your intellectual property and make it into something that is not?
Speed warning.
If you took something, your intellectual property, and somebody put your intellectual property on a porn site, and these porn actors was doing all kinds of stuff in regards to your intellectual property, you would not like that because that's not what you created it for. That's what these people have done. The Mississippi campaign is not about hatred of our gays and lesbian people in the community or your private life.
Warning.
If you're a Republican or Democrat, has nothing to do with none of that stuff. ADOS has nothing to do with that pro-black garbage that Tariq Nasheed has added on. Matter of fact, that silly guy Tariq Nasheed, really, since all this has happened, his support has went down.
Speed warning.
And that's good for him. He should never been supported to begin with. Because he actually revealed that he's not a leader. He's not somebody to try to follow. Get his documentaries, get the supposed to be knowledge, the history crap, but he's a road to nowhere. And he's lost a lot of support. So he's a big idiot. So he's a greedy man looking for money, and he actually hurt himself.
Speed warning.
But it's a damn shame. It's really a damn shame. It goes to show you, if Tariq Nasheed, if Maurice Muhammad, if Louis Farrakhan, if all these people are so damn smart, why they gotta steal ideas from other people? Why they always plagiarizing? Why they can't do nothing on their own? God backs you up. You have the supreme wisdom. All this stuff. This pro-blackness crap is a road to nowhere. You're gonna be a loser forever. That's what you wanna do because you wanna feel good. Well, so be it. Well, so be it. I know these people are not my friends. Don't ask me to negotiate and talk with them. Anybody pro-black, get the hell off my page. If you're on my Facebook, I kicked a lot of that pro-black garbage off my Facebook. I kick them out of my YouTube if I see them. Don't bring that pro-black garbage to me. I don't want nothing to do with it. You nothing but a bunch of pathetic losers. You're vulgar.
Speed warning.
Nasty, trifling, arrogant. A bunch of pathetic ass losers. Parasites. The only thing they know how to do is beg for money. And then they have the nerve to try to threaten people. You're not the only one that can get a gun. You're not the only one that can pick up a knife. If you can stab somebody, your happy ass gonna get stabbed right back. You can believe that. Nobody's scared of you. This is not the 1960s. Always threatening somebody, what they gonna do? Well, when you bring it, you're gonna find out you're gonna have to bring some ass to get some. That's what they say. Nobody's scared of you like that. They always threaten soul brothers and sisters, but they never do nothing to the races. Never. I have not heard of one incident where the Nation of Islam or any of these pro-black suckers, except in self-defense, ever did nothing to these races. Malcolm X wanted to take revenge for the murder of his brothers. Elijah Muhammad said, don't do that. And the reason why Elijah Muhammad said that, cause you get caught up in that, it's gonna mess up our money flow. And that's what it's always been about. Making some money, praise, worship me like they some kind of God. That's what it's all about. These lame, real bootlickers. Then you got the pro-black Negroes that hide their face. Bunch of cowards. Talk all this stuff all the time. Bunch of cowards. And if you want to roll with that, that's your business.
Speed warning.
And 10 years from now, you're going to be in the same, if you are alive. If you are alive, 10 years from now, they're going to be doing the exact same thing. Exact same thing. 10 years prior to the 2010, 2020, they was doing the exact same thing, y'all. They're not getting nothing accomplished except running their mouth, trying to make mockery what other people doing, and they don't have a pot to piss in. And it's thousands of these people, thousands of them. I say leave them alone. Leave that pro-black garbage alone. It's not getting you anywhere. You need to begin to look for different strategy. Start to think differently. Let them have their gods. Let them have their pyramids, whatever it is, the garbage that they have. Let them have all that nonsense. Time has revealed it's never gonna do nothing for nobody. It's nothing. On that note, I'm done with this rant. I appreciate you for joining me early this morning. I appreciate it. These people should be shaming themselves. Maurice Muhammad should be ashamed of himself. Tariq Nasheed should be ashamed of himself, but they're not. Because they have no honor. They are criminals. Just like their massa. They just like the races. Because if Tariq had any kind of real character, if Maurice Muhammad had any real character, both of them would say, look, I'm gonna stop doing this. And I apologize. I made a wrong move. I wasn't thinking very clear. We shouldn't be doing this. And they should bring apology and try to tell their followers, you know, this is not correct. This is not good behavior. We have an enemy we have to deal with. This is not getting us nowhere. ADOS is not mine. It never was. And I'm just gonna let them do their thing. And I'm going to do the Melanoid Nation, because that's what Tariq Nasheed was doing. The Melanoid Nation, whatever the hell that is. And Maurice Muhammad was doing the some kind of the initiative, something. I forgot what it was. Well, why don't you do that? Do your initiative. Why are you gonna come over here and try to mess up and disturb what somebody else is trying to do? Do your initiative, whatever that is. But that's what pro-blackness does. Wherever you find pro-black, you find hatred, division, arrogance, selfishness, violent attitude. That's what you find. Wherever you find pro-blackness, you do not find peace, you do not find love, you do not find none of that. But that's the picture that they try to paint, but that's not what they are. Time has revealed exactly what they are. So don't bring that pro-black on my platform. I don't like you. You're evil. You're a demon to me. Mess with you for what? I've already tried to do that for about 20 years. I've tried to do that. Pro-black is our enemy. It's nothing but chocolate-covered racism. Pro-black is chocolate-covered racism. That's all it is.
Speed warning.
That's right, same as Christianity. The only difference between Tariq Nasheed, Maurice Muhammad, and white racism, they don't have any power. They are nothing but racist wannabes. They have no power. I would go nowhere, no nation, no town, no city where they are in control. I would go nowhere with these people in control, the leaders of government, because they made it very clear they are not for the people. They are for certain people. The people that kiss their ass. That's who they're for. They're not for black people. They're not for soul people. They for an unknown personal agenda. And you take your personal agenda ass on somewhere. They are not good for us as a group or as a people. They just trying to get you on their slave plantation. And I'm not gonna be your slave. And I know none of us that come who listen under the sound of my voice, none of us gonna be your damn slave either. So you can kick rocks. Speaking of kicking rocks, let me get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, YouTube, Facebook, for allowing me to use your platform.
Speed warning.
Thank you, Miss Fox and Scott and Pyramid and Don and whoever ever else that was in my chat room. I forgot. Thank you so much for joining me early this morning. And to those, it's always an honor.
Speed warning.
For me to come before you and you allow me to talk with us for a few moments. I appreciate it, I really do. Until next time, as we go into this new year, ain't nothing gonna change. So I don't know why we talk about Happy New Year. We gonna keep doing the same damn thing that we did last year. And you saw what happened last year. But anyway, that's what we do.
Speed warning.
You know, be born a slave and die a slave. That's what you're comfortable with, so be it. So be it. I'm only 5,000. Until next time, y'all, I wish us peace, love, and soul.
Speed warning.